Our episode today is called The Beginning. Hi, welcome to Staircase Conversations. My name is Christopher. I have named this episode The Beginning because it is our very first episode. And before I am able to bring any guests on the show, on the podcast, I'm going to discuss a few things personally. I wanted to start this, but every time I would say I don't have a nice camera, um, I don't have I don't have microphones. I don't have I don't have lighting. I have no one to shoot this content. I don't have the time. But you see, honestly speaking, almost everyone has a good camera. People are having good phones. People are having like your phone can be your camera. Right now I'm using my phone because I said if I start with a camera, yes, I have the camera, it's available. I could use the camera, but you see, I wanted to do this the simplest way possible. How can I start? So I think one of the things that actually prevented me from starting was not because I did not have the resources. I later realized that I just I was just procrastinating. I had a lot of fear in me that if I start, how would people perceive it? How are people going to look at this podcast? Will I get the views? Is this also just a passing wind that I'm going to give up much later? Anyways, I don't know. Maybe we shall find out. If you keep sticking around, we shall get to find out because there are quite so many things that personally I know, even you, my viewers, that we have started. There's so many things that we put in our resolutions, and you get to find that you do maybe one, two, maybe you decided to go to the gym. I'll actually tell you a story about the gym. My period in the gym. It was part of a resolution, I think, for my 2024 or 2025. Almost killed me. Those who know, that people have told the story, yeah, and they know about it. I'll discuss it in one of the episodes. So I realized it wasn't the resources. I realized it wasn't like all of that was just procrastination. But I said, since I decided to start this, I really need to start this. And why now? Why not now? Why not start this now? Yeah. So staircase conversations. Why do I have? Why did I name these staircase conversations? Years back, I was sitting with a relative of mine, somewhere around at his home, and there were staircases, or we were sitting at the stairs. And when we sat at the stairs, we were having meaningful discussions. At the moment, they were elevating me, they were helping me. So being a deep thinker as I am, because those who know me, they know that I think a lot. I sit and think a lot. Every situation, I want to see how do I make money out of this? How do I push this further? Like I'm so much of a deep thinker. That's one of my biggest problems. So uh, when we had a meaningful discussion, personally, I had so many key pointers. I took away a lot. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I should have, maybe if we had this conversation on camera with this person, it would actually not benefit me alone, but it would benefit a lot more people out there. So I was like, I think I need to write down this concept. So I sat down with a friend of mine. We discussed it. Actually, it was on phone. We discussed this, and then after the discussion, we were like, okay, let's go ahead. Let's write down a concept. I shared it with her. She saw the concept, and then she was like, yeah, I think we're good to go. I think we're good to start. Anytime you feel like you're ready. And you see, one thing is, I said I'm not going to rush this. I am not going to rush this. Whenever I feel like I'm ready, I'll do this. So I was like, okay, let's get the lighting, let's get cameras, that's what. Like, okay, within the period, God was faithful. So many things came through, yeah. But regardless of all those so many things, I did not start. Like, I did not start. I had everything, the good computers. I had the everything that I needed to start the podcast, but I could not start it. I could not start it. Then a friend of mine, another friend at work, where yeah, so she started a podcast, and it was an audio podcast. I was like, whoa, wow! I think I should push my podcast to become an audio podcast as well. So I decided to start too. I recorded. Actually, when she started it, as I'm actually one of the biggest supporters of podcasts. I'm one of the biggest supporters of people starting new things. Uh, I decided to support her. Yeah, as one of the first people to subscribe to her channel. It's actually called unofficially. I think unofficially, officially Braless. I Okay, I'll put it somewhere there. And then she started this. She pushed me to also start. So I recorded my first audio podcast, and honestly, I kept it somewhere as like, maybe if I make the first 10 audio podcasts, I'll put it out there. So time went by. I was like, you know what? Let me make this into maybe a TikTok live. And then I could invite my friends over. Then we discuss about their journeys, about being creatives and all that. But then one thing was for certain. Uh, these guys, yes, I had a few. We made a few episodes, but this wasn't moving. Like, it wasn't moving according to plan. I was seeing myself throwing things here and there. So I got frustrated, honestly. I first let it be. I first let it be. So uh, years went by, I think. Yeah, still years went by. And then I was like, you know what? Yeah, we need to do this. And being honest, is this, maybe I'll talk about this in one of the episodes. Personally, I got off that thing of writing New Year's resolutions. What I do is I set resolutions, and I'm like, I'm not setting newer resolutions unless I get this through, unless this goes through. Once this list is done, then we can start on the next list. Yeah. So that is what I do most of the time. So this podcast was part of the things that I set as resolutions years back. So, and that is the reason why I call it the beginning, because yes, I know this is the beginning. This is the very first episode, and yeah, um, I decided to start it. We have started. I know you guys are going to be here for the ride. We are going to have very many people that come in that we discuss things that make sense and not make sense. But we shall have people in business, because yes, I've done business. We shall have, yes, entrepreneurs, quite a number of entrepreneurs. We shall have which other people shall we have? People in business. We shall have creatives. We shall have people who will be discussing finances. We shall have people who will be discussing life in general. So stay tuned. Please stick around. Maybe one thing I'll get to ask as we get to leave, and you could just put for me the answer in the comment section, is, what is that dream that you're postponing? What is that thing that you're trying to put up, but you keep on pushing, you keep on procrastinating? Yeah. And how do you need us to help you so that you can start this? Yeah. So it's been the first episode of Staircase Conversation, the beginning. Thank you for following in. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And we shall see you in the next episode. See ya.